Hi, today I want to present you the Playground for Entrepreneurs. The Playground for Entrepreneurs is a board game and a coaching tool for entrepreneurship coaches and entrepreneurship teachers to use with their entrepreneurs and their entrepreneurship students. So today I want to present you the game just very briefly, and also I'll share with you the story of how it came into being. So what has been the process of creating this game and why is it like this, so you'll understand where it comes from and the real value of it. So as you can see, the game actually consists of 4 boards, 4 different color boards, and these 4 boards we usually start with the heart, which is the red one. And the heart is all about the human connection. So it's about passion, and it's about teamwork and getting the right people in your team and professional networking. So these coaching questions are all about that human connection and passion and really thinking like an entrepreneur, being an entrepreneur, prioritizing your activities, for example. And these questions make you reflect to that. So you can hopefully do it better and also share with your co-players what they are doing in this sense and really exchange the best practices. Now then, after the heart, there's no particular order after the heart, but we'll just go with the ear for the moment. And the ear is about listening to your customers. So that's really about going out, talking to your customers, asking the right questions, getting the right insights, getting like the market perspective of what you're doing, your service or your products. We'll go to the eye. The eye is the blue one. And eye is about observing. So you should observe, of course, your customer again, but also your competition. What's your competition doing? And how can you be different and create a different value than your competition is doing? And how can you really take advantage of that difference as well? So that's the eye. Same thing, a lot of reflective questions and getting insights and sharing with your peers, with your co-players, how they are doing that, and creating really an environment of trust and an environment where you can exchange ideas. And as a coach, as a mentor or an entrepreneurship teacher, that kind of community is really important to create, because then you will get people who really build upon their community and communities who really help themselves out, help the other people in the community out as well, who support each other. So then there's the hand, and the hand is about doing things. So making prototypes and also doing market experiments. So just launching, for example, just a website into the world to see what it does, who comes to it, who finds a value there. So this is about actually doing things and getting those insights. So the Playground for Entrepreneurs, well, I've been an entrepreneurship coach and mentor myself for over 10 years. I've been coaching over 500 startup teams, mostly in Colombia, and there were really all sorts of startup teams, like scalable entrepreneurship teams that wanted to get their product or their service out into the market. I've been doing a lot of work there, and also with the daily coaches, so the people who would be there day to day, helping these people, and I was supporting both the entrepreneurs as well as the coaches. So that's at that point we really had imported some methods from abroad. So we brought in customer development and lean startup. We also brought in the business model canvas with international experts concerning those methods. And we tropicalized those methods to our environment. So we made them suitable for our entrepreneurs at the time in Colombia. And that was working really well for the group that we could actually attend. So as long as the coaches, the mentors would do their work, as long as the people could get into the program, everything was running fine. But there was kind of a gap at the start. So if we would do a call for entrepreneurs, then we would get about 2,000 applications of startup teams who wanted to get into the program, and we could attend about 140. So 1,800 people, 1,800 teams actually, with an average of maybe 3 people in a team, were left out. And of course we selected the best ones, but still there's a lot of people, a lot of disappointment there. Now there's also entrepreneurship education, and I found that, well, even though entrepreneurship education is a big thing and schools try to stimulate it in Colombia, particularly we have a law that obliges entrepreneurship education in schools. We also found that sometimes these people were not steering their entrepreneurs, orienting their entrepreneurs very well, and taking away their dreams rather than fostering their dreams, just focusing on practicalities. Whilst entrepreneurship is just a very good thing to really empower people to go after their dreams, and maybe it's not exactly what they are imagining, but according to the market perspective, they can adjust their projects into what they need and then really work on that project. So kind of getting those weaknesses together, I came up with a model to just give people some handles to get started. So that was really about just getting like the first foot on the ground for people who didn't have a coach, or their coaches needed like more tools to work with them, to work better with them. And that was the first version of the Playground for Entrepreneurs. Now this was kind of a canvas-like model. Now I've been working a lot with the business model canvas, and it's a brilliant model. It's a brilliant framework actually to generate innovation. But there's a lot of other canvases after that came after that, and some are good, some are not so good. I'm usually not really a fan of those. So I really didn't want to create just another canvas. I really wanted to create something that had an impact, that would get to the people that needed it in order to progress their ideas in a first phase. So that's when the idea of a game came up. So if we could get a game to help the coaches become more effective, to really experiment and think more in a scalable way with their entrepreneurs, then maybe we could make a difference for those people, for those entrepreneurs, and also for those entrepreneurship coaches. So that's when the game came up. And first we had a very Game of the Goose-like game, which was really not very strategic. It was more a random game. And afterwards, we really felt the need to bring in that strategy aspect. So we came up with like a layout that's very much like this, but just much more improvised. We did a lot of testing. We test played it with a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of coaches as well. And that's when we really got to this game, which is at this moment, we're in April 2022, is a prototype. It's being tested all over the world, and we're ready really to launch. So right now it's on pre-order. We're really happy to launch it. So if you like more of this content, please first, subscribe to this channel, and also visit the website playgroundforentrepreneurs.com. Then you can find a lot more resources on entrepreneurship and playfulness, and about the game, of course. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.